Well, to discuss this, I'm joined now from Rome by Mohid Rahman. He's the Secretary for International Affairs with the opposition Bangladesh National Party, or BNP. And from London, Yousuf Salim. He's a Secretary General with the ruling Awami League. Gentlemen, good to talk to you. Important time in Bangladesh. Mohid Rahman, let me start with you. So the Law and Parliamentary Affairs Minister, Anisul Haq, said, and I quote, "The verdict proves no one is above the law." He believes it was a fair verdict. 5-year jail sentence for Khaleda Zia for embezzling money. That's justice, right? Whether you like it or not, it's justice.
Yes, we also believe that no one is above the law, but obviously law has to be utilized fairly and justly. Unfortunately, the political case that has been, filed up against the BNP chairperson, former Prime Minister Begum Khaleda Zia, and the senior Vice Chairman, Mr. Tariq Rahman, these are all politically motivated cases because these cases have no basis at all. And this is basically done in order to disqualify these two leaders of BNP from the next forthcoming election. And that is why, this justice is totally, the judgment was given very unfairly and administratively. It is politically done with the influence of the government.
Okay,
political. That is why, we are strongly opposing this. Thank you very much.
Okay, so political witch hunt. Let's ask the man from the Awami League, Mohammad Yousuf Salim. This is essentially just the government trying to knock out the opposition, no more, no less.
According to the law of the land in Bangladesh, I think Law Minister is 100% right to say that nobody is above the law. If you go back to this case now more than 8 years now, and these convicted criminals, including the respected chairman of the BNP, Khaleda Zia, she was fighting this one with her lawyers for last 8 years. And they changes, they take the time 139 times, and they changes the judges 4 times. And at the end of the day, the Supreme Court Justice asked them to give the name of a judge so that who can take this justice. So I 100% sure nobody is above the law, and it is a law of the land, and she was convicted because she was mishandling the fund from the orphans.
Okay, so Mohid Rahman, they say there's no smoke without fire. Even if this didn't stick, there are 37 other cases. Are you absolutely convinced that she's completely innocent with regards all of these cases, almost 40? 100%.
I'm absolutely convinced because I am totally aware of all the cases, what has been, how it has been filed up. During the 111 government led by Fakhruddin and Mo in military-backed government, these cases were filed against the 2 political party leaders and activists in order to eliminate the political, activists and leaders from the -2 theory. That was done. I want to remind my, friend on the opposite side that he said that no one is above the law. I think in Bangladesh, Hasina and her ministers are above the law because Sheikh Hasina had got more than 15 cases were filed up against her. And when she took the oath of the Prime Minister, being unelected, she used her all the executive influence to get rid of all these cases from the court, and all the judiciary system is politicized. It is not me telling; it is the whole Bangladesh, the whole world community knows that the Bangladeshi judges, including the Chief Justice, were not spared. He was forcefully, resigned from the position, and he was thrown out of the country. So the position of the Supreme Court, position of the judges in Bangladesh, the special, judge court has been set up for Khaleda Zia to hurry the cases in order to disqualify her and the Tariq Rahman from the forthcoming election.
Fair enough, if you'll allow me, right? Interestingly, there might be some evidence supporting your theory, but the other way around, because what we heard from Judge Mohammad Zaman, he said he was satisfied that the court had proved the charges against Zia, but he said actually she got special treatment because of her status. He said the sentence had been made more lenient than it would have been otherwise. Considering her social and physical status, Zia has been sentenced to 5 years in jail, i.e. we went softly on her because of her status and because she's a big opposition leader and she comes from political royalty. So maybe the courts are influenced by the politics, but in your favor.
No. Can I just contribute to this question? Actually, these cases are not related to any government fund or public fund. These were donated by the, His Excellency the Amir of Kuwait to organize, to help the orphanage in Bangladesh in the name of Rahman Trust. And this money has not been touched. This money rather been accrued with the interest. It has become double the amount of money. It is nearly 7 crore now. So basically, this money is still lying in the account. They can't prove anything. Even the Begum Khaleda Zia's lawyer have been saying that. But the problem is that they are trying to put verdict by force, because the country has no law and order situation in Bangladesh. It has become a police state. People have got no spaces for assembly, free gathering, or raising their voice against the undemocratic or unruly behavior of the government. Atrocity. The thousands of people have been taken into jail, have been arrested.
Okay, so you're building a general atmosphere.
8th of January.
Okay, fair enough. So you're building a general atmosphere.
Yeah,
so let me ask Yousuf Salim. Yousuf Salim, for those who
you
say...
can see the opinion of the people. People are crying in Bangladesh. This is an unfair justice has been given.
Certainly, and that's how you feel, and that's
totally politically motivated.
And that's how Zia's supporters feel, and you're undoubtedly one of her supporters. Yousuf Salim.
Not only the Zia supporters, the Bangladeshi people.
Fair enough, that's your position.
Lots of people have come out on the street.
Okay, fair enough, lots, but I don't think you can say it's all of Bangladesh. Yousuf Salim, let me add to that with a question here. For those who say, conveniently, now, they call them the battling Begums, right? I didn't make that up. They've been using that for decades now. For those who say, isn't it convenient that you have her arch nemesis who's banged up on these charges, and in the bigger scheme of things, it's about $250,000. It's a lot of money in Bangladesh, yes, but we're not talking about millions or tens of millions of dollars. For those who say, isn't it convenient that Sheikh Hasina's biggest rival, biggest enemy is banged up on these charges just ahead of an election? That's interesting. Don't they have a point?
That it is nothing to do with the politics, because Madam Khaleda Zia has got the record of criminal activities. If you can remember, at the time of a caretaker government in 2006, she declared her illegal income to declare it as a white money, from black money to white money. She did it paying the government commission and declared her illegal money to legalize this money. And according to as you said, as a corrupt politician like Madam Khaleda Zia should not be above the law, because she is the role model for her follower. So maybe that is a small amount, 2 crore rupees or 2 crore taka is a small amount, but she was involved in so many other criminal activities and money laundering. Even if you can remember, her one son who was convicted in Singapore, and government got about 30 million sterling pound back from this Singapore. And another son in this country, in England, they were convicted in Bangladeshi court 7 years. And they should not be allowed to do the things from abroad, because they are not facing death sentences. They should go to the country of origin and face all these charges.
Okay.
And as they are the role model of the people,
and point
they should not be above the law, and they should face the justice.
Very finally, I want to look forward for a second here. Mohid Rahman, what are your options? She's been convicted. People are taking to the streets. We've seen clashes. What is the BNP going to do? Are you going to go and protest on the streets? Might it get ugly on the streets?
Well, the thing is that my friend on the other side is saying that nobody is above the law. I just raised the question that all this corruption that has been done under the present regime, the unelected regime led by Sheikh Hasina, all her ministers, Padma Bridge corruption, quick rental corruption, hallmark corruption, share market corruptions, thousands of crores of taka has been looted from the banks, state banks, Reserve banks, Bangladesh Bank, and all these things. Who is filing cases against the government? Because government is right at this moment, their political agenda is to create one-party rule in Bangladesh, not multi-party system of democracy. We believe in inclusive politics. BNP has been demanding a free and fair election in the country for the last 9 years, but government is not giving a damn towards our demand and request. We are a peace-loving political party. We believe in democracy And that is why, you know, our leader, before she went to the court, she has given to her last speech that whatever you do, it should be peaceful and within the framework of the law. But unfortunately, I am saying again and again, these all the cases against Begum Khaleda Zia, these are politically motivated just to pursue her to come to the next election, which has been set up by Sheikh Hasina, so that she can come back to the power again, you know, by getting a legality. If the BNP participate in the election, obviously that will be a legitimate election. Like 5th January 2014 election, it was not a legitimate election.
Mohid
and under this illegitimate government, no law is legal. No, nothing is legal in Bangladesh. And Sheikh Hasina's cases should be, you know, brought into justice. All these BDR killings and everything, they are saying criminals.
Gentlemen, we're going to get you on the program again.
Criminal activity is done by this present government, not Begum Khaleda Zia. Because Khaleda Zia is not in power for the last 9 years. Thank you very much.
Thank you very much. I've got to wrap. I have to move on. We're going to get you both on the program again in the not too distant future. Okay, Mohid Rahman and Mohammad Yousuf Salim. It's been good to get both sides of the political aisle on the show here. I thank you very much for joining us here on the Newsmakers.
Thank you for inviting us. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you very much for inviting us.